Today, the world confronts multiple crises, including those brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, the war in Ukraine, and climate change. African societies and economies have been severely impacted by these crises. The international community must support and work together with African partners so that the continent can build back better. To kick off the discussion today, I will share 3 concepts that I believe are key to Africa's development. They are resilience, development, and solidarity. First, resilience. We cannot entirely avoid future crises, nor predict when they will occur. However, we can better prepare for them by enhancing our capacity to withstand external shocks, mitigate damage, and build back better. These ideas of resilience and human security are linked. Human security envisions a world where everyone can live with dignity, free from fear and want. To achieve this goal, it is critical that we empower individuals, organizations, and societies so that we can not only survive crises, but emerge stronger from them. In the face of the COVID-19 pandemic, Africa has demonstrated tremendous strength. As a leader in public health, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention exercised leadership in responding rapidly to the pandemic and building capacity across the continent. Several medical research institutions, including ones in Ghana and Kenya, played a crucial role in containing the virus and strengthening regional surveillance and infection control. A number of African startups and young entrepreneurs are applying innovative approaches and digital technologies to tackle social issues. In Tunisia, for example, a data analytics firm has developed a system to analyze the genome of the COVID virus using artificial intelligence. In collaboration with JICA, this company is currently supporting the Tunisian Ministry of Health's response to COVID-19. These are just a few of the many examples of Africa's strength and resilience. But a key question is how to continually enhance that strength and resilience to meet new challenges. This leads to my second point, development. When a crisis happens, humanitarian action is the necessary first response to meet urgent needs. But for building resilient societies and economies, a long-term development approach is required. Let me provide some examples. As we know, several African medical institutions played important roles in responding to the pandemic. Their successful interventions did not simply appear from nowhere. Rather, they were the result of many years of hard work, capacity building, and cooperation with development partners. The recent food crisis in Africa also highlights the importance of a development approach. The direct cause of the crisis is the disruption of food supply chains from outside of the continent. But weak domestic agricultural production underlies this problem. Improving food production cannot be achieved overnight. It requires a long-term vision and continued effort towards that vision. The Coalition for African Rice Production is an admirable example of how concerted efforts by various actors toward a common vision can bring tangible results. This collaborative framework doubled rice production in sub-Saharan Africa in just 10 years. To achieve this commendable feat, the coalition supported the establishment of national strategies and mobilized resources to invest in people, technologies, and infrastructure. As those examples show, development efforts play a critical role in enhancing resilience. My third and final point is solidarity. Confronted with the crisis in Ukraine, the international community has demonstrated strong solidarity in protecting and supporting those who are affected by the war. But as we support Ukraine, we must not forget about Africa. Now is the time that we, as an international community, must also come together to help Africa build back better from multiple crises and progress towards meeting the SDGs. In strengthening our partnership with Africa, we should center our solidarity on Africa's own vision for the future and the role played by African institutions in making this vision a reality. Agenda 2063, Africa's long-term development vision, as well as institutions like the African Union Development Agency, NEPAD, and the Africa CDC are all prime examples of African-led development. The international community should respect Africa's leadership and ownership of its own development process. The solidarity we foster should not be underpinned by an antiquated quote-unquote aid model, but rather by quote-unquote cooperation based on mutual trust between African countries and the international community. Lastly, in order to build that mutual trust, development partners should deepen their appreciation of African history, traditions, and perspectives. An open, productive, and respectful dialogue can be continued in a variety of fora, including the upcoming TICAD 8. Before concluding, I would like to touch on my recent trip to South Sudan. It was my first international visit following my reappointment as the president of JICA this April. I was there to celebrate the completion of a project to construct a bridge across the Nile named Freedom Bridge. Attending a ceremony along with President Salva Kiir and Riek Machar, first Vice President, I reaffirmed national solidarity as the foundation for a peaceful society. I was also reminded that Japan and JICA can and should take an important role in leading efforts to build a peaceful and sustainable world through global solidarity. To conclude, I would like to emphasize that the upcoming TICAD 8 will provide a significant opportunity to demonstrate solidarity between Africa and the international community in today's world of complex crises. Thank you very much.